How to make big money doing novations on nice properties. This is Todd Toback, and I want to welcome you to the No Limits Real Estate Investing Podcast. If this is the first time that you're listening to the show, I want to welcome you. I got a gift for you. Head on over to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com, and there you could download the very same script that we use to lock up deals every single day in our business. As a matter of fact, I've locked up over 1,300 deals using the same script, the one that our team uses. So go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/script and get yours today, absolutely free. So today I'm actually going to talk about a case study using a novation. Now, the last couple of episodes, you know, I've been really hot on novations. And today I'm going to give you a case study that we did one on a really nice house on the water that needed some work. And I'm real pumped about it because, man, you know, we have some self-limiting beliefs on what these deals can do. And I can tell you what, we made over $80,000 on this deal. That's right, $80,000. And I'm going to show you how you can do it here too on the back end of this episode. Now, if you don't know what a novation is, I've referred to them as a DTR, direct to retail, or sometimes a net proceeds agreement. But what is it? Well, it's where we get a property under contract to sell at a discount from a seller, and they sell to us for whatever reason, right? They're motivated, they've got a problem, they, you know, want to get out of Dodge, and they're going to sell to us at a discount for speed and convenience, right? So we got the property under contract, we got a 60-day close, real nice property, and it was actually on the water, right? On the water. It was probably worth about $650,000 if it just had a little bit of work that was put into it. The problem is real estate market's kind of slowing down a little bit, right? Not a whole lot of cash buyers out there. And by the way, these numbers are estimates, but I can tell you they're very close. Long story short, we got this property under contract for right around $400,000. Okay, we put it out to our cash buyers list. None of our cash buyers wanted it at the price that we wanted for the place. Okay, none of them wanted it at the price that we wanted, but we knew this place was really nice. Now, this place, if you look out the windows, it's like right on a canal, right? Right on the canal. Looks really pretty. Big house, 3,200 square feet. You know, but for me, I'm like, you know, if I actually buy this thing, you know, it felt like a lot of risk in this market. So here's what we did. We marketed the property on the multiple listing service. Now, in our agreement, it gave us permission to do that, where we could actually market on the MLS to a seller, to a new buyer, where we could have access, where we can inspect, okay? And we braced our seller for the prospect that this could be happening, okay? We then, we had the property under contract for about $400,000. We then sold the property for approximately, ready for this, $500,000 to a retail buyer. Okay, now cash buyers wouldn't pay near this. Okay, we got the contract. We then went back to the seller. Okay, by the way, our broker listed the property. They handled all the negotiations. We went back and said, hey, Mr. Seller, we're going to close at that original price that we promised you. Okay, you're going to get that $400,000 that we got you, but we're going to send to a retail buyer at a higher price. We're going to send you over this special net proceeds agreement, which says you're going to make $400,000. We're going to put you in touch with a new buyer. Our broker is going to handle all the paperwork. You're going to see a higher price on there, but that's because that's what we're selling it for. But you're not going to have to pay any of the commissions or the closing costs. You are going to get that $400,000. We're going to cover all of those extra costs out of our profit. Seller says, okay. Little to no resistance. We send the notary out there, and that's really important, by the way, is that you don't want to just email this paperwork. You want to go out there in person, or you want to get a notary out there. We sent a notary out there, got the paperwork signed, went to closing. New buyer got a new loan. Okay, this is not a cash buyer. Got a new loan to buy the property. Okay, we were pretty much out of it at this point. Buyer and seller were together. Our net proceeds agreement, the title company has it. They know that anything above $400,000, we are going to get after the closing cost, right? So the realtors get paid, and the closing costs were paid. Long story short, you know, the purchase price is a little bit more, but we wound up making about $80,000 on this property, right? Smoking deal, nice property, great location. Cash buyers weren't willing to take a risk. And I got to tell you, our competitors never would have done this deal. Okay. Because we were nimble, because we understood where the market was. Okay. Now, I don't care if you're brand new, if you've never done a deal. I don't care if you have done deals before. You've got to add the strategy right now to your repertoire, your arsenal. Because if you don't, well, your local competition who is listening to this is going to cream you. So hopefully you are one of the warriors who listen to this. You do big, fat, juicy wholesale deals, and you're going to make that happen. Okay. Let me review what we did here. And so I'll review, but we're going to do a special training actually coming up here soon. If you want to check that out, my partner on this training, if you want to check it out, go to No Limits, Brent Daniels. Go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/DTR. nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/DTR. We got a special training coming up here in the next week or so. You've got to be on this. It's going to be free. Brent and I are going to do a training on this. We're going to go into detail on what it's going to take to make money using this strategy in this market. I'll actually talk about the case study here. I'll actually have the exact numbers. I'll bring those up here on the training, but it's going to be smoking. So check that out. All right. So let me review here. Number one is we found a great property, great area with a motivated seller. Property wasn't in bad condition. It did need some work, right? But it was livable, right? We marketed the property to cash buyers. We were not getting acceptable offers. Okay, we had the property under contract for about $400,000. Cash offers were coming in real low because of the market. We knew we could get more. We listed the property with our broker, with the seller's approval. We got an offer for $500,000 approximately. We went back to the seller, said, good news, Mr. Seller, we can close at that $400,000, right? But yet we need you to sign this agreement that says you are going to net the 400. I'm going to have you sign this new agreement with this new buyer, right? I'm going to put you guys together, okay? And basically, I'm going to cover all the costs of this new agreement. That you will see a higher price with my new buyer, but I'm going to pay the realtor cost and the commission clause, so I'm making a profit, so you'll see that. But just sign this paperwork so that they could bring in their funding. You want to get that notary to do that, right? Or you do it in person, but you do not want to email this when you're doing this kind of you're stepping out of the agreement and replacing yourself. It's very, very important that, again, if you can do that in person, or send a notary out there if you can't on behalf of that. I have done it by DocuSign. That is acceptable, but you're going to lower the risk that the deal actually goes through. Okay, long story short, if you do the numbers after we pay the real estate commissions, again, it was a little more than 500. We're going to make, we made, over $80,000 on that deal. Smoking deal. And I can tell you what, you can do these deals too. I don't care if you've got experience. I don't care if you've never done a deal or if you've done deals. All right. You've got to add this to your repertoire. Okay. Just kind of open your mind, stretch your mind, take off your limiting beliefs and make it happen. Reminder, I've got a training you got to check out, nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/DTR, nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/DTR to hop on that training. It's popping up here in the next week or two. So make sure you are there. Okay. My good friend Brent Daniels is going to be on. It's going to be absolutely nuts. So check that out and I will talk to you on the next episode.